Hello everybody, welcome to Car Chase Scene. My name is Brendan and I am here with Owen.
Hello everybody.
And today we're going to go watch Pokemon Detective Pikachu. But first it's time for reflections, and for reflections this week, I know the last movie I reviewed was La Llorona, but I'm going to talk about Avengers. So for 1 minute, Owen's got the timer, 3, 2, 1, go. Sweet. So Avengers was really good. I'm not going to spoil it because it's still pretty recent, and even if it's not pretty recent, I still don't want people to have it spoiled. It's a brilliant movie. Very good. I love the way that characters were wrapped up. I gave it a 9 out of 10. My biggest strike against it was Captain Marvel. She was a soulless husk of a character that did nothing. I didn't like her at all. I loved her movie, though. Her movie was great. I really enjoyed the action sequences. They were very well done. Making Ant-Man important made me very happy. And the deaths were meaningful, but I'm not going to tell you who they were or what happened. Interesting. So we're stopping. And I have 20 more seconds, so I'm trying to think about what I could talk about without spoiling it. The Hulk was great. There were a lot of very funny characters, and I enjoyed the musical touch to all of the big action scenes that were like, I felt like I was watching Lord of the Rings. I got 8 seconds to spare. It doesn't need to be said. It's a good movie. All right, let's talk about Pikachu. So,
Pika Pika.
Yeah. So, all right. Icebreaker, just so we kind of get to know your movie mind. What is your favorite movie?
Star Wars: A New Hope.
Ooh, very good choice. Man of quality. All right, so why do you like it?
I like the fourth one specifically.
Yeah.
Because they introduce like different new characters.
Yeah.
Because in the third one, Darth Vader is created, and then in the second one they show him.
Yeah, like as Darth Vader. Yeah, that is cool. I like that one too. Star Wars is very fun. I like Star Wars as a
I've
whole
seen
franchise.
all the ones they've created. I've heard they're creating a new one too.
Yep, it comes out in December, and it's called The Rise of Skywalker. And we'll probably see the trailer for it at this movie.
Probably.
I hope so, because it's really good. You're gonna love it. So this movie, this is like boring stuff.
Yeah.
It's directed by Rob Letterman. He did Monsters vs. Aliens, Shark Tale, and Gulliver's Travels. Have you seen those?
I've seen Shark Tale
I have
and
too.
Monsters vs. Aliens.
Yeah, Gulliver's Travel. It's a funny Jack Black movie. He's this giant dude, and he's on a ship. Well, he's a dude, and he's on a ship, and then he comes into this world, and everybody's small. And so he's like a king because he's a giant. It's really weird. But yeah, Shark Tale and Monsters vs. Aliens are great. So, have you seen the trailer for this movie?
Yes.
Okay, so I watched it, and I saw a lot of Gen 1 Pokemon. And I saw a couple weird ones. And you actually have a book of some of them, if you want to show the camera. The Pokemon Super Deluxe Handbook. I'm real excited. So I got all
Stats
this.
and facts on over 800.
Holy crap, that's awesome. So we're gonna start off with the obvious ones that I saw in the trailer. Greninja. Do you know which gen he is? I want to try to figure out which gen this movie is.
I'm gonna say 6.
You gonna say 6? Okay, so that's Greninja. Apom. He was another obvious one.
4.
4. Okay. And then we had Ludicolo. That's the one. Ludicolo. He had like the weird hat on and was making coffee. The barista.
Let's see.
Checking the cheat sheet. Which gen?
Right
we got?
here.
And that is Johto, or what's the? Do you know which gen he is? Kalos. I can't remember which gen that is.
Kalos.
Is Kalos I don't know the number. We'll have to Google it. We'll Google it in between, and we'll tell you in the post. So that's Ludicolo, and then Snubble. Snubble was the the other one I saw.
Yep. I've seen
that's Kalos,
the
right?
series. Snubble is Alola, Johto, and Kalos.
Johto is pretty early, I feel like. Oh yeah, Johto's gen either 2 or 3. So okay, I guess the highest one you said was Greninja. He's 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's XY and XYZ.
Gotcha. So we're at least Gen 6. And so that was kind of what I was curious about. So if we're at least Gen 6.
I saw Charizard in one of the videos.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. And he's Gen 1. And so all of the ones up to that point are really cool. So do you know the legendaries for Gen 6?
No.
I'm trying to think. X and Y. See, so for me, I played a lot of the games, but I played Blue, like on my old Game Boy. And then I played Fire Red, and then I played, I think White. And then I didn't play any of them until Sun. Solgaleo and the bat. I can't remember the bat's
Lunala.
name. Lunala. So
I have
like
a
they were cool.
Solgaleo card.
Yeah? You have to show some cards on the next half when we're coming back.
I got them back there.
Nice. Pulling out the binder. Yeah, so those are the, like, I guess I'm trying to figure out do you think that we need to see legendaries in this movie? Like, do you think it's cool enough that we have talking Pokemon, or do they also need to show, like, because they're already doing Mewtwo.
Yeah. So, like, talking Pokemon is, like, cool, but it'd also be cool if they, like, added in the legendary.
Mm-hmm. Just like a giant, like, crazy, super strong. So, another question. First of all, it's called Rhyme City.
Yes.
I've never heard of it, and I looked it up. It's not in any of the games. You've seen the anime. Like, you've watched a ton of it.
Yeah.
Does Rhyme City ever come up?
Rhyme City is in, I believe, Indigo League.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to be in any of this. That's pretty cool. We'll have to fact check it, but that sounds legit.
So the movie's taking place in Rhyme City.
Yes, and so that's the guy, and his father died, and basically Pikachu's a world-class detective for some reason, which is hilarious. So, do you like Pikachu's voice in this movie?
Well, I was surprised because it's like a deep Pikachu voice.
It's like a grown man.
Yeah.
It's Ryan Reynolds, and he did he's done voices for all kinds of
Pikachu.
Yeah, exactly. He's so weird. I love him though. He's so cute. That's the other thing. Is like, even though his voice is
cute with a man voice.
Exactly. And he does his little like fighting stance, you know?
Yeah.
That was my favorite part of the trailer whenever
Put him up, brother.
Yeah, whenever he's in the fighting ring with Charizard. He's like, I've done this before, I'll just do it again. And he's like, I can't make lightning strike when people are watching and all that. It's so funny. I think that kind of stuff is really cool. Like,
there's one part in the preview.
Miles Morales.
Yeah. There's one part in the preview. He's like jumping all over crates, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do this," and he's like, "Nope, please don't do that." And he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll walk." I'm trying to get in 100,000 steps this hour.
Oh, really? I didn't know that they had like a Fitbit Joker, like Apple Watch Joker. That's hilarious. So I guess which Pokemon do you hope you see today? It's off script. We're going instincts. What is your favorite? What is your favorite Pokemon? Would probably be the answer, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Who would you want to see?
Well,
Tangela.
Tangela's cool.
That's what I'm thinking. I would love to see a Tangela.
Yeah.
You flip through the book.
Snuggle's actually on the same page as Solgaleo.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
He'd be fun to see.
Yeah. If Solgaleo had a voice, what would it sound like?
Oh man. Well, if we're going the logic of Pikachu's voice, it'd be like, "Hi, I'm Solgaleo." Like it'd be really weird, and like whenever I'm looking at him, I think like, and like maybe like an Asian accent or something because of the way like he's got the dragon, like the Mushu mustache from Mulan going on.
Yeah.
Also looks like Eevee. I like this idea. Okay, so now you gotta do a voice for somebody. Do a voice for Lapras.
Well, if Lapras is like Lapras or something like that in the
like an Alvin and the Chipmunks voice.
Yeah, but like if Pikachu's voice is deep and Solgaleo's is high and Lapras is high regular, then Lapras's would probably be deep like Pikachu's.
Okay.
Be like
Lapras. Like shoot water. Oh man. Voices for Pokemon's very fun. I'm trying to think of one that like you wouldn't expect. Okay, well Mr. Mime obviously doesn't have a voice, and he's in the trailer, and he's hilarious. And so that's another thing is also in the trailer there was a lot of action going on. Yeah. And so in Pokemon, most of the fighting happens like in fights. Like there's two people with Pokemon. So in this, how do you think some of the fights are gonna work?
Well,
just in the wild, or?
Well, maybe like if. Like maybe they might not even like try to catch other Pokemon. It might just be like a mystery the whole time. There might only be like 3 or 4 battles, like because it's a mystery Pokemon. Yeah. So it might not necessarily have that many battles.
Yeah, it is a murder, or not a murder mystery, but like the dad's missing.
Yeah.
And so that's like the main thing of the show. So it's probably not about battles. You're right. That's a good point. I know the only fight that I saw explicitly was in the trailer between Pikachu and Charizard.
Yeah.
And then there's like the there was in one scene, Greninjas were like jumping around, chasing them, like throwing the water shurikens at them. So that's like introducing this new thing where, oh, Pokemon can like hurt people. That's crazy. Because if you think about it in the show, they never try to really.
Yeah.
Or does Ash ever get hurt by a Pokemon in the anime?
mean, kind of, but
yeah,
not purposely.
Not purposely. What happens?
So like when they're battling, I saw in the Alolan series, XY series.
Gotcha.
Ash and his Pikachu were battling a Charmeleon, and when Charmeleon shot Flamethrower and Pikachu dodged, the Flamethrower hit Ash. But the Pokemon never tried to hurt humans, but it sometimes happened mistakenly.
Gotcha. And so in the first game, that's the whole point of you have to get a Pokemon, because if you don't have one, then the Pokemon in the wild are going to try to hurt you.
Yeah.
Instead of your Pokemon. And so that was like that was how you protected yourself, was you like took one with you to like protect you. So in this, it's kind of playing off that same thing, but it feels like there's like an evil, group or scientist people, I'm assuming, who are just like, hey, we're going to send these guys as bodyguards. And like Greninjas actually hurt people, which is wild. So I think before we wrap up the first half, we're going to do hopes and dreams. So hopes and dreams is where you say like the thing that would just make this movie awesome for you. Like what would make your dream come true with this. So what's your one thing?
Well, in the battle with Pikachu and Charizard, I want to see Pikachu defeat Charizard and fly on Charizard's back.
Whoa, that's awesome. I want to see Omanite?
Yeah.
The little slug Pokemon. He's my favorite Pokemon. I love Omanite. I just want to see Omanite one time. He doesn't have to be like prevalent or like super in your face or whatever. I just want to see it one time because he's so
just
cute.
Because it's like you just like see him in the background. He's just like, oh.
I'd be like, hopes and dreams come true. I just want to know what he looks like in real life. Like crazy scales, tentacles, and stuff. It's like, oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
Let me find Omanite.
Oh yeah, go for it. Just for anybody who doesn't know, we can show them a picture.
Okay.
Fill in some gaps. That's Mario. That's not Pokemon. I'm trying to think of a Pokemon song. I can only think of the intro to the anime.
Let's see.
There's almost Star.
Yeah.
Jeopardy.
Omanite evolves into Omastar. Omanite.
There he is.
Here.
Look at him, he's so cute. And he's water rock, which is like really weird because that means he's double resistant to fire. Water ground? Or water rock?
Yeah.
Water rock, yeah. He's double resistant to fire and he's
it's
like...
evolution Omastar.
Yeah, it's scary. Looks like a squid from Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, man. Well, do you have anything to add before we head on in?
Nope.
All right, well, then we will see you all in the next half to talk about what we thought about it.
On the way back.
Adios. So we just made it back from the theater, and we're soggy, but we have a cool surprise. So we have some Detective Pikachu cards. Where are mine at? Did I put mine in my pocket?
Maybe.
I think I did. Yeah, here we go. We have Pokemon cards, because I guess it's like opening weekend special, or maybe they're just giving them out all the time. But we have Pokemon cards, so we're going to open them up real quick. So you go ahead and do yours, and then I'll open up mine in a second. Get them ready. I'm not going to look, though. Not looking.
Okay.
Do you need help?
I think
we'll trade.
I got them. Hold on, wait.
Oh. Easy teeth. Heck yeah. Alright, what do we got?
We got... Oh,
just advertisement cards, yeah.
Snubble.
Oh,
live
that's
action.
cool. And it's the live action.
Snubble. Detective
Pikachu. That's awesome.
Coffee break.
I have... Go ahead and show them. Show them yours. This is sweet. Whoa. Okay, yeah. Alright, I got also Detective Pikachu. Nice. Live action. What are your moves? Coffee break, heals 30 damage.
Yep, and corkscrew punch.
And corkscrew punch, yeah, does 20.
90 HP.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
And then I got a Magikarp live action.
Nice.
Here's that. Let me hold yours up. And boom. There we go.
Snubble.
That's the haul. And then we got 2 Detective Pikachu. That's pretty cool. Yep. Sweet. Yeah, so they're just giving these out, and I'm totally going to go see this movie again and get more cards. Man, that's awesome. I wonder if they're like good in the game. See, that's the thing is I need to play it. I think it'd be really fun. All right, so We've agreed on a 3-minute no spoiler timer.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start the timer. Yeah, if you want to hold on to those.
Okay.
And yeah, if you want to add your 2 to the binder.
All right.
We are gonna start the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. So, what did you think about the movie? Give it a
good.
raw score from 0 to 10.
9.5.
9.5.
Solid 9.5.
Whoa, 9.5 is really high. What was your half point off? Or can you not think of one that's actually a 10?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. It's very good. I enjoyed it. I had so much fun. I loved watching it. Like,
Yes.
It was funny. He was hilarious. I loved. I think Ryan Reynolds is a perfect voice actor for it. My complaints are small.
Yeah.
But frequent enough. So yeah. All right. What was your favorite part of the movie? Let's go ahead and knock that out.
Okay.
Favorite scene in the movie? Well, I guess we can't spoil it. Why did I even ask that? All right, so without spoiling it, I guess let's talk about visuals and characters, because that doesn't spoil anything. So who are we looking at? How did they look? Did Pikachu look good? Did you like the way Pikachu looked?
Yes.
Yeah, so were there any Pokemon you're like, that does not look, or were you pretty like down with all of them that you saw?
I didn't like the way that Psyduck looked.
Psyduck? I didn't mind Psyduck. I liked him. I didn't like Mewtwo. His mouth was weird.
Yeah.
He's like this. He's like,
yeah, his mouth is like all cringed up.
Yeah, it's weird. Oh, those are the ones that you can get from the
Yeah, you can get Detective Pikachu.
That's so cool.
There's a different Detective Pikachu. Brilliant Deduction. Charizard GX 250.
Whoa.
Mewtwo GX 190. Greninja GX 230. Bulbasaur, Psyduck, and Snubbull.
So those are the ones that you can get from the... Okay, cool. Dang, I'm going to have to come back. Yeah, so all the characters look pretty good. I like the voice acting for pretty much everybody. The girl was a little snarky.
Yeah.
She got on my nerves sometimes, but I didn't mind. She was fun. And her Psyduck was hilarious, I thought. Because how he like told, or like went like, "Sai, Sai," and like held his little web foot up for Pikachu to give him a massage. He's like, "No, I'm not gonna do that." And he goes, "Sai." He's like, "Yes, I care about my partner's life. I'll give you a massage." And then he gives him a massage. It's like, that was pretty funny. Yeah. And you got all those jokes without having to like know what they said.
Spoiled it.
That's not a spoil. That just happened. It was like a little thing, like a joke.
Yeah, but
that's not like a big plot point. Okay. It's like if I said that the bad guy did the thing that caused the good guy to have to go, like, that's a spoiler.
Yeah.
I liked
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Oh, what can I say that doesn't involve a spoiler in 10 seconds? All the Pokemon were adorable. They were so cute.
Charizard had like...
He was even cute. There's a spoiler alert. Alright, we're good. Man, that was easy.
Yep.
That wasn't a long time at all. Yeah, alright, so favorite part of the movie, now you can say all the bad stuff, or all the spoily stuff. Do it.
Well, the R stuff.
The R, yeah. So what is the R? Explain that.
The R is like a gas that basically if the Pokemon breathes it in, they go nuts.
Yeah, they go crazy. And why did they need the R? Like, why?
They needed the R because Mewtwo was supposed to be like the most powerful Pokemon in the movie. And then they needed the R so Mewtwo could combine with a person, and then Mewtwo had the power to transfer people and Pokemon into one.
If they were breathing the R.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pokemon had to breathe the R and make them go crazy, and then Mewtwo could be like, put them together.
Yeah. And the bad guys wanted people to be able to evolve into a better form of themselves.
Yeah, so that's why.
So they had Mewtwo create them into that.
And the reason that the bad guys wanted that to happen is because the bad guy was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And he wanted to walk, and so instead of, like, doing like surgery and treatment and stuff, he was dead set on becoming a Pokemon, which is very similar to, you never played Pokemon Blue, but in Pokemon Blue you go, it's like Route 5, you're up in the north area, and there's this dude named Bill, and he has a teleporter, and he was going to try to teleport himself like just across some distance.
Yeah.
And whenever he did it, he was in there with his Eevee, and he got put inside of his Eevee. And so whenever you go talk to him, it's like this Eevee's like, hi, and you're like, oh, your character freaks out. And so that was kind of funny. It was like a similar idea. So now that you've seen this, first of all, do you think they can make a sequel? And
yes.
Then you do think they can make a sequel?
Yeah.
Second of all, what is it going to be about? Because I think they can too.
Well, like, they could, like, it could start off with, like, because it ended with Pikachu ended up, so the main character, Tim, his dad supposedly died.
Yeah.
But Mewtwo made Pikachu's
body, basically.
He put the dad's, basically, soul into Pikachu, so Pikachu was the dad. And then at the very end...
But you never knew the whole time.
Yeah, you didn't know until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mewtwo made it an actual person.
It split them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think they could start with just, like, showing the family,
Yeah, they could start, like, and, like, maybe, like, they could go back to their town, or the rest could go to Rhyme City.
Yeah.
Or, like, so it's, like, the whole family together.
And they have that whole underground fight ring thing going on in Rhyme City.
Yeah.
With the, that's where they found the Charizard, and that's where they found the R-Gas, was somebody was giving it to the Fight Club. And the reason they were giving it to the Fight Club was to test it out. So it all made sense. Like, the world that they established was very aware of itself. Like, it knew, okay, here are the rules, and I, like, followed them really well. I liked the way that it integrated Pokemon into society. And it's like, they weren't all in your face shots, but it was like, Jigglypuff was like a singer at a coffee house to, like, make people go to sleep. And then Apom were like the equivalent of, like, street mice.
Yeah.
And then Arcanine and Growlithe, they were the police dogs.
Or they were just like dogs in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then there was the police officers that had a couple of them too. And there was another one that I thought was really funny. I can't remember what it was. It'll come to me in a minute.
And at the coffee shop, Ludicolo's voice was just like,
Ludicolo! She was really, no, he called her ma'am. She was really cute and, like, screamy. It was kind of funny. I liked the main guy's introduction as somebody who didn't want a Pokemon, and his friend was, like, trying to convince him to go catch one. Mm-hmm. And so that's how it opens up, right? With the Cubone catch.
Except that the Cubone doesn't. He's like, but be careful, the Pokemon have to choose you too. Mm-hmm. And then he throws the Pokeball, and the Cubone disagrees, and he comes back out, and then the main character starts running away, and he's like, he did not choose me.
Oh man! And then he, like, threw the bone
at him, and he, like, flew up into the air.
Yeah. So whenever it hit him, it did, like, an explosion. So it's like, what's cool is all of the Pokemon still know their moves like they do in the game, and so he threw the bone, but it wasn't just like a bone hit him. It was like he threw the bone and then, like, rock throw happened or something like that. And so they made it so that all of the moves, like, actually did something, which was really cool. I love that. And I also really like the idea that you can have these, like, different Pokemon that are still wild, but the things they do to you and the way they showed them in the movie matched up with what happens in the game and in the anime. Yeah. And the really fun one was whenever they were in the fight ring. And it was like Gengar was flying around and, like, threw the ball, and it was like, he used Shadow Ball, and they had, like, the commentators. And so did you recognize the one where he split up into all of the...
Yeah, double team.
Yep, double team. And then Hydro Pump was when Blastoise was spinning, right, and shooting.
He got into his shell because there was, like, Gengar surrounding him. He got into his shell, Hydro Pump.
Yeah. And then they
Gengar won, though.
Yeah, Gengar did win. And then they had Charizard that was, like, Flamethrower. He just used Flamethrower over and over again. And Body Slam. But he missed and hit the wall. And so all of the moves were, like, pretty well sustained. Like, you didn't lose the RPG feeling where it was like, you know, this creature can only do so many things. It's like they all felt pretty limited. Gosh, this rain. I'm sure it's so loud. Then you had this scene where they were in the experiment lab. So talk about those. What were the two main Pokemon that were being experimented on?
Greninja and Torterra.
Yeah. So what were they doing to Greninja?
The Greninja, they had the, whatever it was, like the acid or the R.
Mm-hmm.
they were giving it to the Greninja, or they were giving something to the Greninja.
Yeah, they were giving him the gas to make him stronger, like more attack power.
Yeah.
And so when they were throwing those shurikens,
The water shuriken.
yeah, they were like blowing up stuff. It was cool. And then where the Torterras supposed to be?
The Torterra were they were being experimented to make them grow bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And they only saw like 2 regular sized Torterra, but then they run outside and they run into a forest. But the forest is Torterra.
Yeah, like they were on top of a giant
gargantuan Torterra.
And there were like 10 of them. It was so cool because
Yeah.
they showed that one shot where it like flew out and the camera was really high.
Yeah.
And you just see miles of just giant Torterras walking around trying to get back in their spot.
Yeah.
And it's like after they all sat back down, you would never know. It's like, oh my gosh. And so that was the evil experimenter who ended up being the
Ditto.
Yeah, so that was the other thing too, is Ditto was the main villain's Pokemon, and basically the Ditto would impersonate people to make you think that they were the bad guy the whole time. And so the whole time we thought his son was the bad guy, but it turned out it was the dad. And so the son and the dad has built Rhyme City, right? And then the son was like the news reporter.
Yeah.
And so you never knew that it was the dad the whole time. And then you have the Ditto at the end when he was fighting the guy. That was funny. How he turned into the girl. He's like, I have no shame in hitting a beady-eyed version of the girl I'm attracted to. That was really funny. They were all funny. So which of your Pokemon, or which Pokemon in the movie surprised you the most, would you say?
In what?
Like didn't expect to see them, or didn't expect them to do the cool stuff that they were doing. Torterra surprised me.
Yeah.
That was cool. I thought it was going to be like Onyx or something in the trailer. When I saw all the ground freaking out, I thought, oh, a giant Onyx or something.
Or a Steelix.
Yeah, or a Steelix. The Magikarp was funny.
Yeah.
What did he do?
So the Pikachu, when they were in the underground fighting ring, Pikachu had this Magikarp, and Pikachu was facing the Charizard, and Pikachu got really scared because he tried to use Thunderbolt, and it looked like he got really constipated.
Yeah, it did.
And he was like, I can't use my powers in front of people.
Yeah.
I forgot how to use my powers.
Yeah, he freaked
and so
out.
he takes this Magikarp from his tank, he throws it on the ground, and he's just like, Magikarp evolves into Gyarados. All it needs is a little kick. Throws it on the ground. It still stays a Magikarp. That was not expected.
Yeah.
5 seconds later, it evolves into a Gyarados that's huge. And Charizard's just like...
Yeah, it freaks out. And they all have to run outside, and
Yeah.
then the Charizard faints and all that. And
then they get arrested.
Yeah.
But they get out very quickly.
Because he knows the guy.
Yeah.
And then they show him the car crash, and that's when you figure out, because in the beginning of the movie, it makes it look like Mewtwo killed them, or killed
was a
Tim's
Greninja.
dad, but it was the evil Greninjas that were coming after him, throwing the shurikens. And so all that ended up being like showing the true villain of the movie. And then once you figure out who the true villain, or once you think you figure it out, then it goes a step further and switches it to the dad. So that was nice. It did keep you on your toes. Whoa, the rain. Whew. Yeah, it is soggy in North Carolina. Lots of pouring rain. So do you have any other like big yeses about the movie, like things that were like so good about it?
Yeah, I liked when they were at the coffee shop.
Yes, that was a hilarious scene. I loved that.
That's what Detective Pikachu. He's holding the coffee mug.
It's a cool card too. I like the card art.
Because they're live action.
Yeah.
This is the Magikarp that Pikachu just picked up this Magikarp and he threw it, expecting it to evolve.
Yeah. So, the couple critiques I have about the movie was the girl was super snarky, which wasn't a problem all the time, but the way she was introduced was like, whoa. Whenever they showed the flashbacks of him, like, they didn't have to show it because a lot of the story they told really well, that you could piece it together yourself. So I think the only reason they showed that, wow, it's raining hard, is so that you would know that so you would know the kids in the audience would get it. But I mean, me and you, like, we knew. Because even without the flashbacks of him, like, no, I don't want to get on the train, it's like later in the movie he would say some things that kind of cued you in, you know? So that was a little bit unnecessary, the way they were doing flashbacks. Also, there were a few lines of dialogue that just didn't matter.
Yeah.
And that could have saved like a little bit of runtime, which I mean, Not that I needed to. It was only an hour 45. And then the villain's monologue, both times when you think he's good and bad, was just so like stereotypical villain. Other than that, this is like a solid movie. I was shocked. I didn't think it was gonna be this good. And actually, what's funny is, so there was a leak. Ryan Reynolds uploaded a YouTube video a couple days ago. Ryan Reynolds was the voice of Detective Pikachu, and he was the dad at the end. He uploaded a video, and it said Detective Pikachu full movie, and people were watching it, and it was all it is, and it plays the opening credits and everything, like it's super, like looks real, and then it's just a video of Detective Pikachu dancing to a workout video. He's so funny. And that whole thing was like 2 hours long, which is hilarious and like genius for marketing because he's so cute. Why not show him off, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else to say. I just want to go play Pokemon with these new cards. I want to make a deck around Detective Pikachu. I'm gonna have to go back and do it again. But it was a pleasure having you on, sir. That was very fun. Do you have any final words to say to the tens watching?
Goodbye.